Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They'll start with the option. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here this afternoon. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Go! They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and the Bucks are going to take possession of the football. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
It's solid, instinctive running there, spinning forward and getting a full 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action now. Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Play action. Now Jackson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. And now here's a carry heading left. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The Panthers at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bucks will get ready to go on offense. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This time Jackson will throw it. He completes it to Beckham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Barkley, inside handoff. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's going to be taken down around the 35-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
No, we changed it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 20 line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out. Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection. Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss, because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, there he goes left side. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Carolina. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Jackson from the shotgun to Barkley on the check down. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Jackson. Complete right side to Otten. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Over the middle to Evans. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley on the option. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 10. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. At their own 13-yard line. Here we go. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back them up halfway. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 67 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Back to throw here. Going back to Marshall. He's got him again. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second and 6. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. For Marshall, that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucks' 24-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. He's got it at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials, they were looking for it. They spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough to draw the flag.
Nifty running by Barkley there on first down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3. 3 quarters in the books. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.